All right, Josh, a struggle slightly against ASU, a struggle against Arizona. Where are you with this team right now, man?
Struggle with Colorado. It's been a struggle, dude. The Pac-12 after they dominated Stanford, the Trojans have been struggling. And look, if they kick the field goal, they don't go to overtime last week. That was a huge snafu. Caleb probably had his worst game as a Trojan last week, at least throwing the ball for sure. Rice has been great, but they have a test that's, of course, very tough. You're going to South Bend, you're playing Notre Dame, and you're playing one of the most veteran, decorated quarterbacks in all of college football right now in Sam Hartman and a hungry coach in Marcus Freeman. But I don't think that team is not where we thought it would be, the Fighting Irish. After they blew that game with Ohio State, they barely escaped Duke. And then they lost to Louisville, who's a lot better than people thought, of course. I'm not saying they're this year's TCU, but, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish aren't what people thought. So I still think this is a game the Trojans should win. It's a game where they should put up 40-something points again, even though the Fighting Irish defense should be one of the tougher defenses they faced. And I like Alex Grinch a lot. He is, when he talks to the media, he is the nicest guy, and I'm really rooting for him. But they have a defensive problem. There's no other way to shake it, man. It just doesn't make sense. Sorry, but with all the tackles for a loss, the sacks, like the pressure they put on, it just doesn't make sense. They can't get out of drives.
And to your credit, like Lincoln Riley defended the defense this weekend and so this week, I should say. And he said exactly what you said. If they make the field goal kick, some of this talk doesn't go anywhere. But I'm like, yeah, but I watched the game and it was still a struggle, regardless of if he makes the kick or not.
Mm-hmm.
And not even defensively, kind of some of the question marks, and even like the weird thing with the press and taking away the guy's credential and then giving it back. Like, where are you with the head coach right now?
I'm fine with the head coach. The head coach is the best, is the best offensive mind arguably in college football. Like, he is Lincoln
True.
Riley. Like, it didn't, I don't think it looks. Venables has done a really good job turning this OU program around, and I think people are starting to jump down Lincoln Riley's throats for that, as if he didn't make multiple playoffs, would have multiple Heisman winners. Like, his resume should speak for itself. I think the only trouble he could run into ultimately, like if this defense struggles again against Notre Dame, and then they have to go play Penix, they have to go play Bo Nix, like he is going to have to unfortunately answer for keeping Coach Grinch at the helm if he continues to struggle. Like, you can't fill the room with your boys. So Grinch has to deliver, or else he has to be gone. It's just ultimately that's what it comes down to. Like, the USC Trojans put up the amount of, like, they put up, against in triple overtime, but they put up 43 points. Like, the offense and that was the worst Caleb Williams has played throwing the football we've ever seen. Like, the offense has done its job every single game. Like, 41 points to Arizona. Like, come on, man. Like, and the thing about Colorado is they let them back in that game. The thing about Arizona State, they could have put them away. Like, they could put these teams away, but this defense just lets teams back in the game. I mean, I'm looking at the stat: 8 tackles for a loss, 3 sacks. Like if you're the Trojans and you're giving up 41 points and you're getting to the quarterback like that, like, you have to be kicking yourselves again, dude. Like, Arizona State, 16 third down opportunities. You have 16. That is so many. 18 against Colorado. That is so many. Get off the field, man.
Joshua, this is the first time on the show I feel like a therapist, and I'm just letting you talk it out because it's true. But I will say, all the question marks and everything that's been said leading up to this game with Notre Dame, you win this game, you have an impressive showing. A lot of that talk goes away. So I need your prediction for Saturday night.
It's interesting. This is the first time that the Trojans, and I want to see, I'm looking it up as we're going. I want to see what the line's moving to, right? And I may not get it in the amount of time we have allotted here. It's the first time the Trojans aren't favored, So the Trojans are +3 right now against Notre Dame. I'm trying to see, most of the bets coming in from the public are on Notre Dame. So, which is what you like. Not it's not like it's 70, it's 55% of the public right now is on Notre
Yeah.
Dame. It's looking like. So that's what you want to see if you're a Trojans fan, where people going and going against that from betting perspective. I think USC, I don't think this is where USC has their snafu. I think ultimately, based on whatever I'm seeing right now from this team, I think ultimately their demise comes in Eugene, unfortunately, in November. I just can't get behind them beating the Ducks on the road right now.
And no matter what happens, Sporting Tribune, we got you covered. This man right here, Joshua Fisher, has you covered with all the great content. And at some point, we're going to get you on the show for a full interview. It's coming, I promise you. But as always, Josh, thank you so much for the time.
Got you, brother. Anytime, anything. We'll catch you later.